He kept gripping his chest in the middle of the interview.
He kept saying that his tongue was numb. There were so many signs that Jake was like having a problem, but I just ignored it, dude.
Just laughing so hard.
It's just like he started wheezing, and I was like, dude, I thought he was just really caught up in the moment. I really just thought it was like,
dude,
man, he's having a good time.
I almost died on Dad Meat like years ago when I was producing the show like at Mike's house. Tommy and I think it was just Tommy that episode.
Yeah.
But him and Tim were on, and Mike were like on this riff, and I just started crying, laughing, and then I got into this thing where I couldn't breathe. It used to happen to me all the time. It hasn't happened in a while, thank God. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, like, like when a dog chokes.
Sure.
So I just start doing that, and they just think it's like a bit at first.
Yeah.
And then I jump up and run in front of the camera. Thank God it was just Patreon only. And I was like, and the only thing I know to do is like put my arms in the air, like, and the whole chat's like, fat attack. What the fuck was that fat thing walking through? Like, nobody knew it
was like a fat squash.
Dude, it was, yes. And
what
the comments
was that?
are just going off and just like,
man.
Oh man. And then the worst part is like, I'm trying to catch my breath, and I also had to piss so bad, and I'm wearing like light gray sweatpants.
Dude.
And it starts to dribble out a little bit while I'm trying to catch my breath. And I'm afraid of like walking in the front of the camera, pissing my pants, almost dying.
And then in your head, you just hear the record. Yep, that's me. Wasn't always like this,
dude. Yep.
Yeah, dude.
A lot of signs.
If you had died,
and it doesn't have the couch is creaking as we're having this conversation.
If you had died peeing your pants with your arms above your head while everyone's like fat attack.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would have. I would have been devastated. I would have been very upset. But then
it would have been the funniest thing.
I can't not laugh. I'd be like, come on.
I would encourage you to laugh.
You know
what I mean?
Laughing is part of the healing process.
Yeah.
Dude.
Put your hands in the air, wave them like you just don't care.
we actually have you in the casket like that.
Rigor mortis set in really fast.
It's like, we didn't have a lot of choices. We also put a fountain in his penis to make him peeing out of the casket, just a little spray.
Paramedics had to cut me from here just to get me out of like that fucking big zombie in Walking Dead.
Oh, yeah, they got to cut you in half with the chain. Did you know, speaking of, I figured they would use a chainsaw. There's no other way they could cut.
Oh my God, do you think a chainsaw, really?
Yeah. Do you know what chainsaws were originally invented to help with birth?
Shut up.
Dead serious.
No way.
That's exactly right.
The things that they use on
the chainsaw that are commonly used on trees were originally invented to help with the birthing process.
No way.
Yes.
For the umbilical cord?
No. No, Jacob. You think a doctor's like, look, if I'm going to cut this big weird vein off of this baby, I'm not doing it no pussy way.
Like, this is too much, all right?
I'm doing this the way it needs to be done.
There's one nurse like, isn't this kind of overkill?
He's like, for a long time, I've been using my teeth, and I thought that was gay. I'm cutting it off with a machine. I'm not using a knife. I'm not using a scalpel. I'm not even using I'm not even using a hammer and chisel. Dude, I'm going with a fucking chainsaw.
You're telling me that Jake's Trees was originally in the business of...
I'm telling you right now, all of them. Like every chainsaw in the beginning
all
was like...
lumberjacks and the tall tales.
Yeah.
Paul Bunyan.
Paul Bunyan was cutting up vagina.
Paul Bunyan was a doula.
That's why... Why do you think his box is called Babe? Why? It's right there. Jesus Christ.
Nuts, dude.
This is the End Podcast with Ryan Shader. I'm here with the one and only Jake Mattera.
What's up, guys?
How are you doing, dude?
I'm so happy to be here.
I'm glad you're here. How have you been weathering the storm right now of the turbulence that has been going on with the new Snow White movie? How have you been able to? Have you been
14% on Rotten Tomatoes. You know?
Did you say 14%? The last time I saw it, and again, all my news about how everyone hates this fucking movie is all on like Facebook and Instagram, and it's like 0.2 lowest rated movie ever made.
I heard it's like not bad though.
Again,
from an audience score, like an audience perspective.
I'm pretty sure. Well, let's take a look at the audience. I think a lot of people are like, one thing I've never really understood about adults who are like, this Disney movie, what the fuck are they? Why are they? It's a kid's one. I would love to see children be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah, come on.
One kid like, you're really ruining my childhood here. How dare you?
I can see the sound guy.
This is bullshit. You didn't hire real midgets.
Wait, Sleepy is also the gaffer?
Yeah, it's just, you guys were really strapped, weren't you?
Wearing like audio equipment.
You just see Grumpy with a boom. Like,
yeah.
I thought it was bullshit. That would really piss you off. I just think that everyone is losing their mind over this movie, and I don't know why we've like. It's a kids movie.
They really shit on the bed on the marketing for this, right? Like, I don't think I saw. I have kids, and I saw no ads.
So here's why they shit the bed on the marketing. This movie was supposed to come out like 3 years ago.
Was it really?
Yeah, dude. They have been sitting on this pile of crap, assumedly.
Yeah.
Pile of crap for years. They had been talking about it and what they're going to do, because they were also hung up with like, you know, everyone was like, oh, we're going to use CGI dwarves. And they were like, what about the real dwarves? What about real midgets who won't work?
Representation.
Yeah, why? You're changing Snow White to some kind of Hispanic woman, and you're not gonna have real midgets in the movie. It's a have my cake and eat it too, bitch. You can't do that. And everyone got mad, and then apparently and here's the other thing. they apparently asked, from what I understand, Peter Dinklage to play like either Grumpy or...
No way.
Yeah, like they asked him to be one of the dwarves.
Please, Mr. Dinklage.
They were down on...
They were down on Dinklage?
They were down on their knees for the Dink.
Eye level, I believe is the term you're looking for.
It's respectful. It's out of respect.
It's a sign of respect.
But apparently they asked the old Dink man to... Don't laugh at that.
I like that.
The Dinky.
Yeah.
The Dink man.
The Dinkster.
The Dinker, dude.
Yeah. Dinker Bell.
Get ready for the Dink. Did you say Dinker Bell?
Yeah.
That's pretty good. I think they did ask Dinklage to be in the movie, and he declined. And the reason he declined was that, like, him playing a dwarf is kind of demeaning to, like, other people of stature. You know, like, they're like, oh, you've worked so hard to get out of just playing roles.
To get out of that little
for dwarves.
Yeah.
Yeah, to crawl up that small mountain. To get out.
Yeah.
And, like, they just were like, yeah, we would, why would, that's a huge step backwards.
We would love to throw you back in.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, just
get back in that pool.
Get out. There's just 1 foot coming down on the Dink. And then, after all this backlash, 2 things happened that I didn't really understand. Gal Gadot, she got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yes.
And then it was vandalized.
Was she Snow White in this?
No, you would have thought.
Yeah.
Because goddamn. Gadot damn. No, she was not Snow White. She was the evil queen.
Oh, okay.
The queen. And she had her star destroyed, and everyone was
by dwarfs.
I think Dinklage did it.
Oh my god!
I think he showed. There's actually blurry photographs of Dinklage with a pickaxe.
Call me an angry dwarf one more time.
He actually called her a high ho because of her height and her being a slut. No, she's not a slut. I don't think so. I don't know anything about Gal.
Apparently, she's Israeli kill soldier.
Yeah, she was and you know what? It's like, how do these protesters feel about that? You know?
Yeah.
I have no idea what's happening with these.
Yeah, I don't.
I mean, it's like I want to be involved in the world, and then I look at the world. I'm like,
yeah. You ever try to understand it, and you're like, oh, I'm out of my depth.
It's more like there's got to be. I just wonder, like, oh man, you know, it'd be cool if like we just certainly didn't care about certain things, and like I really do think a lot of this, if we're going from the stem of everything, it's like, hey, haven't we just realized that religion everywhere is pretty dumb? and religion everywhere is kind of like causing all of this tension. And then if we cut the religion out, then we see that it's just all about money and power.
Oh,
and then we can try and like weather that storm. But then going after is like, yeah, our God, it's like your God's kind of retarded. Can we just have retarded God?
Any type of person in a position where they're trying to lead, there's no good intention behind it.
Yeah.
Either like that person could have good intentions, but the people fueling that person and supporting that.
What
person.
you're saying is that all politicians are corrupt and crooked. And
you know what? I don't mean to get on my soapbox here because I would go right through it.
Yeah,
but I would say that they're bad guys.
I think they're all bad guys.
Religious leaders.
Yeah. And it's
Even
also
the Dalai Lama. I thought he was the most innocent one of them all.
No, dude.
Until that clip came out.
Dude. Fondly Llama.
Couch like that one too.
The couch.
Can we get a mic for the couch?
Yeah. And now a quick word from the couch.
Your neighbors are just walking by this place. Like, oh, somebody's fucking in there.
Yeah, someone. It sounds like somebody's like either fucking a couch or just sitting on it way wrong. Or just sitting on that couch way wrong. God. But then, okay, to get back to
the news comes up. We heard the couch's screams from 3 to 4 p.m.
You know what? And there's one guy like, I heard it, and I didn't say anything. Yeah. I feel guilty about that couch.
Yeah, it was a nice couch.
I once sat on that.
It was a quiet couch.
It's like it kept to itself. Yeah. Didn't deserve this. It's like you know what's crazy? I saw him too. And I should have stopped him. I said, "Are you going to go sit on the couch?" And he ignored me.
He just looked embarrassed and kept going.
He acted like he didn't hear me. And then the next thing I hear are blood-curdling screams from the furniture.
Then they get the security footage of the parking lot. You see me running out of it.
Pulling up your pants.
Also dismissing throw pillows while I run. Just like, where's this one from?
And then it's just, it's footage of you scratching your head like a maniac. But anyway, to get back to the Gal Gadot and the Rachel Ziggler, then the other firestorm that happened, which I also don't really understand, was they were commenting on her back hair on Facebook and Instagram.
Wait, what?
Rachel Ziggler's. Danny, can you find a picture of this?
They're coming after her back hair?
Her back hair, because she is...
I don't know about anyone out there, but man, if you don't like your Snow White with a hairy back, then what are you even doing?
Dude, I think it'd be different if it was white hair. That would be sick.
Yeah.
Like Snow White hair. Like, come on. Like, it's right there. But yeah, apparently Rachel Ziggler has a fair amount of, Latin back hair, I think.
Ay.
And hi caramba. Yeah, so that's...
Okay, so she's part werewolf is what you're saying.
I think it's really, she's just... Where is Rachel Ziggler from? Does anybody know?
The ASPCA. She would never even talk to me, so I feel like I can make that joke. I can get away with
Jake,
that.
I don't want to sound stereotypical. You are the type of guy to say that about Rachel Ziggler. What do I care? She's never going to talk to me.
I've got nothing to lose.
What are you going to do, Rachel Ziggler? Get bummed about it? Yeah, she's, I don't really know exactly where she's from.
Yeah.
But I do know that back hair is definitely...
Is that why is that her showing it off in the photo?
I don't think she knows she's showing it off.
Oh, okay.
I think if you have... Well, first off...
Her stylist. It does it all in different directions.
She puts the waves in it.
Yeah.
Looks very good. I think I'm more concerned about her double spinal
she does
shadow
have two
there.
spines.
It does.
Either that or the person editing the photo just like...
Oh, or maybe...
took a picture of a dog and blended the two.
Yeah. This could be Photoshop run wild. But really it is like, who gives a crap?
Yeah.
I don't really understand why, like, of all the things people are going after, like, they could be like, she's a terrible actress.
Yeah.
And this movie sucks. Also, back hair. It's like, of all the things you need to shit on this chick with, it's like, look, man, who gives a fuck
She had
about
acting chops. I love the story. Love the graphics. $240 million. Incredible. But the back hair took me out of the whole thing.
Honestly, her singing was amazing until I saw her fucking shadow.
I was like, is Sonic in this movie?
I was like, wait a minute, are we gonna get 6 more weeks of winter with this fucking goddamn groundhog coming out of the fucking woods here?
Dude, that's incredible.
It was very crazy that was like what everyone was getting.
Also, the shock of, we have the monitor right in front of us, the shock of the beautiful Rachel Ziggler on there, to Danny switching back to just me taking up 3/4 of your screen.
You know what? It's not just all about you,
God.
dude. It's not just all about you. You that's what you do every time you come here.
Do I?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Every time I put you on the
God.
show, you're like, look how gigantic I am. I'm the fattest man alive, and the couch is gonna die. I'm gonna have a wheezing heart attack, baby.
I'll leave it alone and I will stop wheezing.
Yeah, stop it.
I'll wheeze through my nostrils.
Look, again, Jake, I have to say this as your friend.
Don't say this.
You're not that big.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
I'm not.
This is like when Carrie gets
Danny-
invited to the prom.
Danny, pull up Dank Tomas.
I'm waiting for you to just pull a string and a bunch of kale fall on me. Just it's like, that's the big prank that's happening. Right now.
I'm gonna laugh at you.
Yeah.
You think
Ryan invited me to prom, but for some reason it's at a Salad Works.
and we're just throwing ball gags at your mouth. Plug it up. Don't eat.
You're killing yourself.
I'm having a hemorrhage. No, Jake, it's just diarrhea. No, man, it's Carrie. First off, Carrie's an amazing movie. I think that should be shown to children at an early age.
I've showed it to my kids.
Did you really?
No,
Oh, damn it.
Shining I did, but
You showed your boys The Shining.
when they were too young to process it, yeah. But I haven't showed it to them since.
Now, when you say too young to process it, what is too young to process The Shining? Well, I
I'd
mean,
say probably three, maybe.
yeah, there's a lot going on.
3 was probably the cutoff.
Were they? Now, when you say watching it, how does a 3-year-old watch The Shining?
Well, they're sitting there
Not
playing.
well.
They're doing their dumb stuff.
Yeah,
They're building.
Every now and then, looking in like,
they're
oh, man,
developing.
Jack's really losing it.
Yeah.
Is that winter again?
Yeah, when he starts running around with an axe, then they kind of look over at the TV like, this doesn't look good.
Oh,
Yeah.
see, no, axe awareness is very good in children. That's good that they're very aware. Like,
Yeah.
wait a minute.
Yeah.
He looks a little distressed, and he's got an axe. And then you look over at your dad, and he's just like, weird. I think our dad wants us to play here forever and ever and ever and ever. The last thing I want to hear is my dad say that he has to correct me with an axe. But yeah, I think you're not that big.
All right. Well, back to Snow
I think
White.
you should. I think you should really.
Please, let's get back to Snow White. Why we're really here.
While we're really here, actually, while we're really here, is,
You're on camera, by the way.
Actually,
I'm not that big.
what I'm saying is, I'd like everyone to come in now for this interview. While we're really here,
Ryan, I don't think this couch can handle anymore.
while we're really here, Jake, is hold on. I have something to read to you, dude.
Yeah.
No, I think the whole thing with giving a shit about a children's movie to a point of adults. Like, here's the thing. Those the original movies are still available, right?
Yes, yeah, exactly.
You know that? All of the original ones you're bitching about? You don't have to go to the theater.
Yeah.
You can just watch. I'm pretty sure the original Snow White is streaming.
Yeah.
Or you can, maybe it's out of the Disney Vault again.
It's on Disney Plus.
Yeah, it's all there.
It's all there.
Get a DVD. Get a VHS.
Oh, God.
Shut the fuck up and watch.
Laserdisc.
Oh, man. What's the last Laserdisc you ever watched in your life?
I've never even seen the Laserdisc.
No. You've never watched a Laserdisc?
I had a friend have Laserdisc, but not offer to put it on. Instead, he put on The Patriot on VHS. And that's what we watched. But he had surround sound.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What was the Laserdisc you were going to watch?
I don't know what their collection was, but we wanted to watch The Patriot. And I was like, all right.
There's no way he has the Patriot on Laserdisc, so that's why I'm just to jump from Laserdisc, which you're only getting a limited amount of anything.
Like Lethal Weapon.
Possibly
2 at least.
Maybe
3 maybe.
No. They're not making 3 on Laserdisc. It's just not going to happen.
Lethal Weapon 7.
There's no Lethal Weapon 7.
I think there's 6 at least.
There's 6. There's no 7.
There's at least 6.
There's no. There's
then
no
there's the all women lethal weapon. And the weapon is their vaginas. No, I'm just kidding. Did not mean that.
No, the lethal weapon is fake accusation. Are you kidding? If it's a lethal weapon, it's like, he said this. Lethal weapon is believe all women.
Whoa, it's an anagram. You know what an anagram is?
No.
My favorite snack.
I thought my mom actually had to get an anagram earlier. She felt a lump.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh at that.
Wow. She had to get a double anagram.
What did they find? Shore, horse, hoser.
I was going to say race car, but then she actually had to go to a gyno for the palindrome. It was forwards and backwards down there. I don't know what's going on.
Have you ever watched racing, like NASCAR and stuff like that, Formula One?
I went to a NASCAR event.
Did you?
Once, yeah. I went to the Pocono 500 in, oh my God, 1999.
Yeah.
Yeah, years, so long ago. I went there with my buddy Sean and his dad and his little brother, and we went to the Pocono 500, and his dad was all about NASCAR. And I think his favorite racists, was Mark Martin.
I remember that guy.
Mark Martin drove for the Viagra car. And I remember like trying to, like, it's 1999.
Yeah.
I'm in 9th grade, I think. And
Incredible.
I'm trying to make Viagra jokes to his dad. And he's just like, shut the fuck up. I was like, he's probably going to have some real, it's going to be hard out there to race. Am I right?
Was he driving stick shift?
What's his problem? He has a chemical imbalance where he gets all nervous and can't even get erect anymore. And he needs more blood flow to his penis and he's just tired of not satisfying his wife. You know what I'm talking about?
I heard this race is supposed to last 3 hours, but if it goes 4, he should consult a doctor.
Seek medical attention right away. Yeah, I that's another thing too. I've always wondered about the Viagra deaths. I've never met anybody who's ever
Viagra deaths.
The deaths.
That sounds like that's a good band name.
The Viagra deaths.
Yeah, dude. I would buy tickets for that. Band.
The Viagra murders. It sounds like a book written by Agatha Christie.
Oh no, the Weezing's coming on.
No, it's actually written by a woman named Anna Graham. No, I always do, because like they tell you about the side effects. It's like if your erection lasts more than 5 hours, consult a doctor.
Yeah.
Who has anybody had to do that? I do wonder, like, if there's one guy
Somebody
who's
has
just
to.
like, fuck.
Somebody's panicked.
Oh God, yeah. Coming up on hour 2.5.
Imagine, yeah. Yeah. How many times do you think that's the paramedic call? Is just like a horny husband.
Here's what I mean. Look,
I came. It's been 4 hours, and I came 3 hours and 58 minutes ago.
I think if I was in a position like that, and I had taken a Viagra, and after 2 hours my dick is still hard.
Yeah.
I am throwing all of my, I'm start making my living will right then. And then I keep fucking my girlfriend or wife until I die.
Yes, that's the way to go out.
Clearly I'm dying.
You have to go out with the ship.
And then you're just like,
yeah.
It's like, you better get lube.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm not, if this goes on past hour or 2.5 into 3, I'm clearly going to die. And I'm not having my son think I'm a pussy.
It very quickly turns into like a nice romantic experience to one of those car dealership, keep your hand on the car situations. Just everyone's tired. You're like, I got to keep going.
I want this.
Yeah. This is my PT Cruiser.
Oh man, I also not to gear shift very quickly. Have you ever done a contest like that? Have you ever done
I've wanted to.
Me too, dude.
Yeah.
I think about like looking for them online and just seeing if anybody still does that.
Do they
shit.
still? I don't think they do.
They don't.
You know why? Because people they started to learn the secrets. Ways to stay on the car longer.
What are the secrets? Did you learn the secrets?
No, but you see some of these videos and they look serious. They look like they know secrets. You know what I mean? What I proposed to these car dealerships a long time ago.
They said no, huh?
I said what they should do is start it with everyone with their hand in the car, and then the car starts to slowly accelerate.
Oh, yes.
And you keep everyone with them.
Now, I'm amazed you proposed that.
Yeah.
Do you think you could keep up with the car?
Oh, 100%.
Really?
Yeah.
You think and it slowly keeps accelerating?
So I would have one of my many broken belts at home. I would tie around my wrist and get it right around the handle, right? Like the passenger side, and throw myself under the wheel.
Oh.
So that it really has nowhere else to go. If I get under the car enough, the wheels won't be hitting the road.
I like where you're going, but no one wants a PT Cruiser that much.
Just covered in blood.
This is probably why they stopped doing it. It's because of jackasses like you're like, you know what I'm going to do? Ruin a fun time for everyone. I'm going to be the guy who we can't have nice things for.
His hands are off the car. He loses.
It's like, all right, guys,
I took a Viagra and I'm in the gas tank.
We're going to be giving away Aerosmith tickets if you can stay up on this billboard for 3 days. And then they go to a guy like in the news later. He's like, yeah, we were really excited for this contest. And then Jake Mattera got up on the billboard and he said he was never coming down, which we thought was hey, he's going to win. And then he took off his belt and he put it around his neck, and he was not. It took a very long time to get him down.
He was not kidding.
He was not kidding. He was not coming down.
Thankfully, the rest of his body was on the ground, but we could not get his head.
Weirdly enough, his head popped off of his body.
The way what kind of snack is that? The fucking I don't even know. I don't even know if you know the kind of snack I'm talking about. The kind that goes bloop.
Wait a minute. The kind of goes what?
Bloop.
That could be Go-Gurt?
Probably a Go-Gurt. That's what I'm thinking of.
But now
let's go with that.
It doesn't pop.
Gushers?
Gushers. That's what I'm thinking.
You think Gushers go bloop?
Yeah, you bite into it, it goes bloop.
Gushers go bloop.
Clip it.
Gushers go bloop. And that was actually the catchphrase of Gushers.
They go bloop.
They go bloop in your mouth. I think actually the catchphrase was better swallow it all.
The official snack of St. James Island.
Gushers, gag on it. I'm pretty sure that I don't know if bloop is the Gusher thing. But that's actually the head coming off with hanging yourself. That's why they stopped opting for execution by hanging.
Wait, for real?
Yeah. One thing that was happening in when they started putting it in prisons.
Yeah.
A lot of the times they would actually, if you tighten the noose too much and the person weighs too much, it could actually pop their head off their body.
Yeah, that's what I imagine.
Which is wild as shit.
Yeah. You ever squeeze like a Go-Gurt? And it goes right out the back of it? You know
it does. I mean? It does do it. But that's why that guy, I can't remember what state it was. He was the first one. I think it was South Carolina. He did the firing squad. First person to do firing squad.
That's pretty cool.
Which is an amazing way to go out.
Yeah. That's pretty badass. Kind of scary.
What do you mean kind of scary?
You just you're going to die anyway.
Yeah, you're pretty much going to die.
Yeah, so it's kind of scary.
I mean, again, if you've been waiting, they put a bag over your head so you can't see all the guns aimed at you.
Oh, that's nice.
You know, they do that for
That kind of makes it scarier for longer.
Really?
Yeah, because you don't know when it's going to happen.
I think you'd rather not know.
Yeah.
You just
every time you enter a new room, you're like, this has to be it.
Fish out of water.
You think they're just leading you around? Oh, take a seat. All right, get up, next room. You think they're fucking with you like that? That would be wild.
Yeah, a day in the life.
Time to die. Get up.
You're just tie-dyeing shirts in a factory for 3 hours.
Wait, what am I doing? Soon, you're gonna die. Now let's make it spiral.
Don't take the rubber bands off.
What am I doing? You're doing actually.
Is this blood?
Did you say this is your first time? You actually made an amazing pack.
That looks incredible.
We're going to sell this to fish. That would be...
Prison-made fish merchandise.
Dude, fish in prison? New fish?
Come on.
Come on. Why doesn't fish just go after that?
Yeah, stop playing beaches for 3 days and do that.
Now, when you say beaches, do you mean the resort beaches or do you mean like a beach?
The movie. With all those old ladies in the 80s. Early 90s.
There was a movie called Beaches?
Oh, yeah.
I don't remember that one.
It's like an old lady movie.
Bette Midler?
Yes, Bette Midler.
Ooh. Now, is she...
She's a beach.
Is she...
I don't know anything about this movie. I just know it's sad.
What the fuck?
Yeah, my wife's watched it, so I know she
It's
likes
very
it.
sad.
How sad is it? Is it Steel Magnolia's sad?
Oh, I think it's worse.
Wind Beneath Your Wings is the title track from it.
That is sad.
Yeah.
I already know it's sad.
I don't. Yeah,
That's all you need to know, really.
I refuse to watch it, man. I cry at What Would You Do? So I can't even handle beaches.
The show with Mark Summers?
No, not with.
Are you talking about the pie?
No. What would you do? Yes, I think I am. I think I am talking about that show.
Like,
I'm at the John
I can't even
Quinones.
watch Double Dare and I get choked up,
When they
man.
put their hand up that nose, they find the flag.
It's like, what the hell, man? When they say dare and then double dare. And you know what really gets me? Physical challenge. I can't do it, dude.
But they won the Nerf gun.
They do.
There's a John Quinones show called What Would You Do?
John Quinones?
You know John Quinones?
No, I
He's
don't
been
know.
on for 14 seasons.
Dude, I just figured out who Rachel Ziggler was.
Yeah, I was
2
impressed
days
by
ago.
that. When you said Rachel Ziggler, I'm like, how's he Rachel Ziggler?
It's because I saw the back hair. And everyone was bitching about it. And I was like, yo, who's this bitch all
That's
getting
awesome.
mad about? That's
insane because that movie looks fully CGI'd too,
it is.
right?
I think the one thing about it that everyone is complaining is that it's full CGI for the most part, except for Gal Gadot, Rachel Ziegler, and I think the prince, who isn't really the prince now.
Yeah.
Like, because they're like, hey, he doesn't need to save a woman. Women don't need to be saved by princes.
Don't need that prince complex.
Which, I mean, I got to be honest, who gives a shit? It's a fantasy story.
Yeah.
It's
Snow White.
What do I know? What do I know? It's Snow White. She's not. I'm surprised nobody's thought about that. I just made that up right now.
Incredible.
No White. Anyway, phone calls.
Yo, Shaner.
What's up?
Told my son I was going to zoo for Halloween. He called me retarded. He's
Yeah.
8.
Nailed it. So, wait, what?
He's dressing up as you for Halloween, and his son called him retarded. His son is 8 years old.
That is retarded, and your son.
Just to let you know, that
You know what?
synopsis was longer than the
You know what?
message.
Your son's retarded. No. Going as me for Halloween what a waste of a costume.
No, it's a great costume.
No, it's not. It's the easiest costume in the world. That's like going.
Yeah, that's why he's doing it.
That's a cop out, dude. You put some effort in.
Oh man,
Put some effort in.
that's
Put as much effort in as I did at that show that I did for David James a week ago.
the comics roasting comics.
Oh yeah, put as much effort in as I did.
I had to back out of that. Was that
I know. Was it fun?
That's why Shaner bombed. They had to cover an extra like 10 minutes.
No,
It's like,
no.
fuck.
I was.
I let them know a month in advance. I think Betty canceled too.
Betty did.
Yeah.
He had to do a half hour.
Yeah, I had to go up as a gay Jewish bee. You know, I really had to let everyone know I was gay and Jewish and a bee. I put like effort into my costume,
Yeah.
and when I got there, I was the only one dressed up.
Are you serious?
I am dead fucking
I saw
serious.
pictures of you. I didn't see pictures of anyone else.
You know why you didn't see pictures of
Yeah.
anybody else?
And I was like, dude, Shader looks incredible.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah,
You know what's the worst is when you are asked to do a show like this.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yeah, come as a character.
Like, it's a costume
And
party.
your brain is like, oh, yeah, I'll be like a different character than myself.
Yes.
And then you get there and everyone's just like in their own clothes, like, yeah, I'm Ant-Man. Drew was Ant-Man. Drew Montana was Ant-Man. Ask me what his costume was.
What was his costume?
It was a red hooded sweatshirt. With no mask.
He's like, dude, he's doing Rod Sterling. He's doing Imagine, if you will, a world where I'm Ant-Man.
It was ridiculous. Then Sydney was supposed to be, what the fuck was his character? I think John Spiracy. He was just a guy who had a conspiracy, everything was conspiracy theory. I run into Sydney. Sydney is wearing his regular clothing. Because he's already kind of conspiracy.
The purple exercise shirt?
No, he was actually just wearing a shirt that had an alien on it that he has worn many, many times before.
I mean, it works for John Spiracy.
Dude, the only person that kind of like dressed up was Chip Chantry, who dressed up like somebody's put together father. But like he was just wearing like a sweater vest and a nice sport jacket, and that was it.
Yeah, you would have hated my costume.
What was yours?
It was going to be basically like kind of dressed up in an Easter outfit, sort of. But my character was a ventriloquist whose car got broken into before the show, but the show must go on.
Sure, yeah.
So I have no puppets, and I was just going to do an act.
Yeah, I get that. That's great.
Yeah, there's a reason I backed out of the show.
No, you know what? What's crazy, though? So the day of, I get told about the show and I'm like, fuck, I guess I gotta do I gotta
write these jokes.
Come up with a character. Yeah. I gotta write a 5-minute set.
Yep.
And then I'm like, oh, I have to do the unpresidential debate, and then I have to do the obituary roast.
Yeah.
Now I was under the impression that we were all in character the whole time.
The whole time, yeah.
No. You're only in character for the stand-up. Everything else you're doing is as you. I dressed the fuck up, dude. I had a fake beard and everything.
So you had no change of clothes?
I had no change of clothes, and I also didn't have any change of material. I was like, the fuck am I supposed to do, dude? I thought this was all supposed to be a whole thing.
It was,
and it was not.
Well, that was the first show, right?
Yeah.
It's going to...
If I was... It was the first show. If I don't know, if I was going to do a show like that, I'd be like, yo, you have to be in character the whole time. Like, I don't give a shit. You have to be so method that it may even hurt you in the end. I don't know why anybody wouldn't do that. Dude, and I felt like such a cocksucker. I put like I had a fake beard on. Mm-hmm. I was wearing a polyester suit.
Yeah,
with the belly stuffed,
and we were good, man.
And I was in a fucking Uber, just sitting there like,
dude. You took an Uber?
Yeah, dude.
Jesus Christ! What do you think that driver thinks when they pick you up?
Oh, I go, what the fuck is this?
Yeah,
he's like, wow, he should have just dressed up as Ryan Shaner. So
looks nothing like his photo.
He's like, yeah, that's the whole thing. I think he was like, this is fucking retarded. And then I got there, I already was kind of pissed because my beard was falling off. And then I get in there and I see that no one is dressed up. And I am like,
oh my God,
punching myself in the dick for even attempting to go the extra mile.
Yeah.
I was like, why did I think that my boys would be doing anything? Why did I think? And then again, Drew was out there. He did his whole stand up. He did it. Then he did the same. Fucking Naeem was supposed to just be a blind comic, and all he needed was sunglasses.
And he could still call everything gay.
And it's just like, you can, dude.
Yeah.
It was just like
his other senses are even more heightened to pick up on it.
I can smell fags. Anyway, some of y'all smell gay. You smell gay, brah? Ew. All right, next phone call. You smell gay, bro.
Yo, Shaner, shout out. I just got a question for you. Why is everybody such a fucking fruit bat nowadays? Where
is everybody listening to Slayer, Anthrax, Exodus, G.G. Allen, all the good shit. Where did it go, man? 27 years old, and I feel like I'm the only motherfucker that listens to good shit. What happened, man? Where is all the good metalheads? I don't know, man. Hopefully we can get some answers on this. Where did all the metalheads go? Love your show, man.
Thank you.
And you have a good one.
Thank you, dude.
I think they all died when that bomb went off at the Headbangers Ball.
Yeah, no, I think they all died during the Great White concert.
When I was standing on that stage.
They lit the entire building on fire.
Yeah.
Where did all the metalheads go? The thing is,
There's no pussy in metal, so guys stop going.
no, it's not that there's no pussy in metal. There's still pussy in metal. You just have to look.
You just have to compete with the 7,000 other dudes to the one girl
first off,
ratio.
you've always been outnumbered. There's not a concert I've been to where I've been like, yo, there's some chicks here, and every guy's like, woman, there's a woman, female, and long fingers
Through their brass knuckles in the pit.
Dude, there's times where I've shown up to a concert with like one of my ex-girlfriends. We'd go to a concert and dudes would respond like multiple MIGs from fucking Silence of the Lambs. Like, I can smell your cunt. Like throwing comb at them.
Jesus God.
Dude, they were just like, chick.
Yeah. Dude.
Not all of the guys. No, I would say a very great deal of them were not like that. But there was a few that like you could tell they've never really been around people, let alone chicks.
Yeah.
Let alone attractive ones.
You know where they are? They're all at the Korn concert. I saw them with Gojira, and there's so many chicks there that like they're just. I mean,
again,
I saw it firsthand. Just the amount of just probably 45-year-old dudes stopping and then turning to most likely teenage girls like. Oh.
Yeah. You also have to pick, like, I remember.
I thought Turnstile was going to turn it around because I went to Turnstile with Ian in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
The amount of hot people there was insane.
Crazy. It's crazy. And that's like another thing, too. If you go to like in Philly, this is hardcore. If you go to that, there will be a fair amount of like, like you're just like, God damn, that's like the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. Who is also in the same wheelhouse of things you're like, wow, they can exist. It can be that way. And then I think the hottest chicks I ever saw at a concert.
We're still missing teeth.
Yes. Well, one was definitely. Was that I saw, so there's a band called Arch Enemy. I don't know if they actually still do anything anymore, but they have a female front. They have a female lead singer.
Okay.
And they're very good. I think their first two albums are very good. But when you go there, you're like, cool, I'm going to be rocking out. And it's this chick like really tearing it up. But then I think because women are like, there isn't enough representation in heavy metal, we're all going to like really get into this band.
Dude, yeah. I've noticed that with bands with lead singers that are female, it is predominantly female. Like I went to see The Breeders.
Yeah.
And I saw Slater Kinney. Both times, it was just me and
chicks,
just me and a sea of lesbians that looked exactly like
I
me.
guarantee they were like, wow, the transitioning is coming along amazing.
They put me on their shoulders. It's quite a feat. It was pretty great. But they got me up on all their flannels, and I was up there.
Wow, dude, a sea of flannels.
It looked like I was at a picnic. I had a basket.
There's nothing but ants. Ants at a picnic. But yeah, really, the metalhead thing is you have to
the younger generation is not into it at all.
Absolutely
It's
not.
insane.
Yeah, and you have to. You're gonna get. The worst part about it is now. In the future, there's not going to be like there will be metal bands, but like if you're going to have a harder time finding it because everything is now converging into one retarded genre.
Do you think that it's ever going to loop back around to like 80s style rock stars.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. Definitely.
Because there's no real like rock stars out there getting pussy these days.
No. Now it's like
It's all rappers.
It's rappers getting pussy, and then it's like what happens is like the guys getting pussy, it's like we kind of jump the shark into like you can get pussy, but then it also comes with like someone making allegations of you taking pussy. So it's like you really have to like I mean, Aerosmith in the 1970s took legal guardianship of a 16-year-old.
Did they really?
They really did. And everyone's like, hey, man, Steven Tyler just living that life. And it's like, you couldn't do that. Everything, it's just like, it's so different now.
You still high five his mannequin on the rock and roller coaster? Yeah, Steven!
wait, how old is she? Wow!
Hey, it doesn't matter how old she is. It matters if she's this tall to ride this ride.
So here's the thing, man. I don't want to sound like a creep, but if there's grass on the field, play. Is that a cop? Wait a minute, what?
Now I'm just picturing the pedophile hunter videos, but it's all Steven Tyler.
It's just a guy showing up with bandanas like, ragdoll. Wait a minute, what are you talking about? Hey, buddy. We just saw this transcript. You're talking to a 14-year-old? Yeah, but does she party? Wait a minute. What are you talking about, man?
Janie's got a gun.
Oh, I don't want to close my eyes.
Ooh.
Yeah. I don't want to touch my thing. I just think that
would do it. Yeah.
I just think that, nowadays the metal, and also it's the other thing that's really causing a big problem with at least mainstream metal is we now have concerts that are like huge festivals full of crazy shit. Yeah. And that's what everyone wants. Everyone wants to see Snoop Dogg and then the Lumineers and then ICP and then fucking Beyonce. Like
Marilyn Manson and then Martha Stewart.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what everyone's like, isn't it crazy? It's like, yeah, it's kind of dumb.
Look at
that. This is not good. It's like you're going to have to really branch out. Don't get me wrong. You did say Slayer and you did say Anthrax and you did say Exodus, which are great bands. Yeah. However, you're 27 years old.
Yep.
You're kind of putting yourself into an old box right now. Yeah. And I'm not shitting on you for doing that. Those bands rule. What I am going to say is you need to you're going to have to go into Infant Annihilator is a great band. Yes. You should check them out. Sanguisugabog, fucking great band. Check them out.
Somebody recommended Infant Annihilator to me. I was like, there's no way I'm going to listen to this. And then I listened to it.
How great is it?
It's really sick, dude.
How good is the song Cunt Crusher? I know it sounds crazy, but it is an amazing song.
Yeah, it's a good song.
Everything is, they do a great job. And I think it's like you're going to have to really search for new bands.
Yeah, if you're sticking in that sphere, I would say just loiter at a Guitar Center, and you're going to find your people.
Yeah, but you're not going to find any. You're not going to find any chicks though.
No,
you're not going to find any chicks.
But he's looking for just people.
I know.
Right?
I know he's looking for people, but really, when you're a metalhead and you're like, "Where are all the people?" Yeah.
He's looking for the pit.
You're like, "Where's the puss?" If I went to don't get me wrong, if every show I went to when I was younger was all dudes and it was just like a physical mosh pit, I wouldn't give a shit. But as I got older and I was like, you know what I've realized? It's just all dudes here all the time. I guess it's cool. Whatever.
They just wanted raining period blood. Oh no.
That's pretty good. Yeah. How long were you sitting on that one?
About 38 minutes.
Yeah, you
I thought about it in the car.
Yeah, I know. You know what I thought about the other day that I was waiting to spring on somebody?
What?
Was dangerous.
Ooh.
Was gay dangerous. Dangerous.
Like prolonged eye contact.
I thought about it for a while because somebody posted how they were like, actually it was Anthony Moore. He got called a white liberal, on his podcast he sounds like a white liberal lady because he was bitching about how he's never been threatened by gay or trans people ever. He's like, yeah, what's the worst? I get catcalled, or like, it's like, yeah, I just walk by them. He's like, who's dangerous? Like kids with shiesties on or guys carrying the American flag. Like I've never been threatened by the gay or trans community, which is true. And I was like, yeah, until there's like dangerous ones.
If anything, they're lifting you up.
Yeah, they are definitely making you feel.
But there's not many dangerous.
There's not. That actually would be a great band for gays.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, we're dangerous.
They've got arms and they're dangerous.
Don't mess. I mean, there's got to be a gay militia somewhere.
You think so?
Yeah. There's no way there isn't. There's no way there isn't a gay, well-regimented and well-ribbed. Ribbed militia. Actually, ribbed militia.
Yeah.
That's a great gay band name.
They just keep getting mistaken as a volleyball team.
Ribbed militia. Ribbed militia. Oh, speaking of ribbed.
Oh man.
Did you hear about that OnlyFans model who went to Dubai? And are you serious?
No, I'm dead serious.
Okay.
I watch Nickelodeon 24/7.
They didn't talk about it on Nickelodeon. Yeah. What is even? Wait, name the number one show on Nickelodeon right now.
SpongeBob is on repeat.
Is still on?
Yeah, dude. They're like the Beatles. SpongeBob, Patrick, Sandy, Plankton, Gary, Squidward.
There you go.
All right,
dude. You were just
Krusty
naming
Krab.
You were naming all the other.
Krab. I knew you wanted it. I knew you wanted it, and my brain was not loading
I know which one you're thinking. The one who got gunned down. Like the Beatles.
Tupac.
I think, they were talking about this goddamn OnlyFans model who went to Dubai. I think maybe
Don't do that. Right? Just don't do that.
I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that.
Am I wrong in saying that?
No, you're not wrong in my opinion.
You want to talk about something that's dangerous?
Is being an OnlyFans model and going to Dubai.
Yes.
So she went to Dubai, then went missing for 10 days, and then was found on the side of a road with her legs, arms, and spine broken. On the side of the road, just dumped.
Still alive?
Still alive, but presumably left for dead.
Like a hermit crab.
Like... What did you do to hermit crabs?
I didn't do anything to hermit
Were you
crabs.
just getting them and just snapping them apart?
I wasn't doing that.
And leaving them on the side of the fucking road? What the hell are you talking about? But no, you're right.
Just like a hermit crab.
There it is.
Oh my God.
Yes.
She's beautiful too.
Well, she was. She ain't pretty no more. What I'm saying
Dr.
is...
Frankenstein can fix her.
Dude, at the top it says the model's family has reportedly refuted the police's account, saying that they believe she did not fall at a construction site.
No. So wait a minute.
Wow.
The cops are like, she was messing around with sheetrock.
Yeah.
You know how it is being an OnlyFans.
OSHA was like, she's not wearing a helmet.
You know what it was is that we needed people to complete this building. And they were like, instead of just getting another strong guy, we need something to look at.
We need something that's professional in erections.
Yeah,
she looks just like, what's her name? From Margot Robbie.
Yeah, she's got a little bit of Margot Robbie.
Damn, that's so sad.
Yeah, so she went to Dubai as an OnlyFans model, presumably only to do OnlyFans things.
People still want content from her.
Oh God, yeah.
Especially now.
Yeah, quadriplegic.
Is she quadriplegic?
She might. She had.
She's probably running a special right now.
Yeah, there's probably
fire sale.
$5 off. But I think when this happened,
Yeah.
again, I'm not shaming. This goes back to the last time I was talking about victim blame, where I was like, Danny was saying I victim blame myself and I victim blame others, and
Yeah.
then apparently Alex listened to the podcast and she's like, you do that? I do. I am the first to say I victim blame a lot. And I victim blame myself more because I put myself into situations that, like, when people are like, can't believe this happened, I'm like, well,
Yeah, you put yourself in the situation.
I then think about what would I do in this situation. Now, look.
No, you'd get hit by a car that apologized to the owner and be like, I'm so sorry.
It depends.
I fucked your car up.
I'll pay for the damage.
First off, I'm not paying for shit. What do you think I'm going to pay? What am I going to pay with?
Yeah.
I kind of like, I look at it like this. Am I shaming sex workers? No, I am not. Do I think that they can all, if you want to be a sex worker, you can be. If you want to be an OnlyFans model, go ahead.
Yeah.
But what I will say is you went to Dubai. Now, if from what I've been hearing is true from the last 10 to 15 years from these OnlyFans and sex workers, it is dangerous to be a sex worker in America.
I can't imagine.
I've heard that it's pretty dangerous to be a sex worker in America. And then you're going to go to a different country where, now again, I don't really know a lot about Dubai.
But women really aren't protected.
I would say that the women aren't treated very well. I don't know. I don't know if it's
Any
different.
type of governmental opposing view is going to get you.
Yeah, I don't know how it is for OnlyFans models over there. But you went over there, and this is what I think. This is just me being a sleuth here.
Yeah.
About her big wet sleuth. Is she went over to Dubai, possibly to do some OnlyFans-esque shit.
Yeah.
And then what happened was they were like, we want more. I'm willing to bet they were like, crap in a paper bag and put it on your head. Like something wild where they were like, and she was like, no, I'm worth more than that. I'm don't you dare disrespect me. Because like, unfortunately, you're in Dubai.
They're like, honey, we paid $20 a month. Huh? Come on.
I've been tipping you. I've been sending all the tips.
I am the tip master.
I don't know if you remember our one-on-one conversation. I had an exclusive conversation with you where you said my wiener was small.
There is definitely a thing with that, right? Like I don't want to say anything bad here.
What are you talking about?
Around like people going to Dubai,
Sure,
and not being treated well, women not being treated well, and like you're saying, like trying to demean them as much as possible.
Yeah,
for just to do it, just to have the power.
That's a crazy thing.
Yeah,
and would I ever do it? No, but the thing that
money is,
you're aware of that. You're aware of that. I'm willing to bet this OnlyFans model was also aware of these things that could happen.
Yeah. I mean,
and then it's like, why are you rolling the dice with this?
I am aware of it, but yet tomorrow someone sent me an email saying,
sure,
hey, there's a Dubai comedy festival and we want you to do 6 minutes. You have to pay for your own flight and we don't provide lodging. I'd still be like, all right.
You're like, you're goddamn right. I'm going.
I got to take a loan out.
And then the last picture we have of Jake is you huffing a bag of dog shit in a 2-piece on stage with a mic.
Oh, great. It's one of those themed shows.
It's like, oh, wait a minute. I got to put on a fake beard and everything.
It's like, David James, what are you doing here?
So, Jake, your character is someone who puts a microphone in their butthole for the laughter of these men who have paid $3 to be in the show.
Do you want me to use your mic or the one I already have in there?
Yeah, I think it's an ass the mic. You have to go ass with the mic.
Like that scene in Requiem for a Dream. Me and another comic. Oh, it's the.
Oh no!
It's not the type of showcase I thought I signed up for.
Wait a minute, what am I doing here?
Let's not run the light.
And he's like, "Here's your drink ticket," and it's just him peeing in a glass. That's what would happen. But
is he hydrated?
No.
Oh God!
It's Dubai.
Oh man!
Dubai, Jake.
I know. I was. See, it's that hopeful thing. That's what would get me to fly there.
No. But it's when this happened, when I saw the story, I was like, oh man, that is unfortunate.
Yeah.
What the fuck did you think was going to happen here? What did you think was going to happen? It's kind of like that dude, that poor son of a bitch who went to North Korea, what was it, like 5 or 6 years ago? Went to North Korea to do some hard journalism, but really he was just somehow on a vacation there. He was allowed to go into North Korea then got shit-faced and stole something from the lobby of his hotel, and then was thrown in North Korean jail.
Yes, for years, right?
I think like more than 2.
Yeah.
It was a college student.
It was a college student, but he was over there he was like, I want to investigate North Korea. So then he did that.
Trying to get an internship for Vice.
Yeah, it was something like that, dude. You're not far off.
Yeah.
So he did that, went to jail, and they tortured the shit out of this guy. And then when they released him, he died like 3 or 4 days later after they brought him back to America.
It was so sad.
Terrible. Yeah. But you went to North Korea. What did you think was going to happen?
Dude.
On top of stealing shit in North Korea. Yeah. What the fuck are you doing? Brittany Griner goes to Moscow with weed vapes and is like, that's illegal, and then gets arrested. Stop. Look, hey.
That's what she had, was weed vapes?
It was something like that. Something dumb. Now, do I think she should be allowed to have weed vapes? Yeah. Is it illegal in Moscow? Yes.
Yeah.
It is. Just because you're a fucking celebrity traveling.
Okay.
It doesn't fucking matter.
Another question. Say if I were to go to Russia with like Oreos in my bag.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the stuff in Oreos is illegal in most other countries because it's not safe for you.
Yes.
Would I then be thrown into a jail?
I think you'd be thrown into like a Andy Perkins type heavyweights jail situation. I think you would be definitely, they'd be like, look at you. Get on the treadmill. Jack Mattera. Get on treadmill, run.
Come, Kurd, now.
Oh, they call you the Kurd.
They call you the Kurd, eh? Why do they call you Kurd?
Oh, he big like cow.
Like cheese
Get
curd.
Get on, run. Sweat.
Oh, his heart explode.
The only thing we're going to show you is the opening, the mid part of Rocky IV where Apollo Creed dies. Over and over and over again.
I hated that part.
It is a sad part.
Yeah.
That's a sad part. But I think it's like, I've told people before, I'm like, when I know it sounds very agoraphobic in a way, where people are like, yo, I went here and here, and this is kind of stop going places.
Yeah.
Stop going.
I thought agoraphobic was spiders.
No, that's arachnophobic. Agoraphobic is fear of leaving your home or just leaving anywhere.
No, I knew that.
Pretty much. But I like my cousin Ben. My cousin Ben, for the last 2 weeks, has been in Jerusalem. Just at a bunch of... He's an evangelist.
Okay.
He's been to Jerusalem. He's in like near Gaza right now.
Whoa.
Yes. Doing a bunch of pilgrimage. He took his daughter recently to
oh my God,
that place. Now he's doing it because he really does believe in, the majesty of Christ. And this isn't the first time he's been in like a kind of a fucked up place at a fucked up time.
Really?
And, yeah. And I don't want...
Where else was he?
Oh, where the fuck was he? Oh, he went to...
Was he at the Olympics with Tanya and Nancy?
No.
Oh.
But he should have been.
He should have been. That would have been... That's what I start as the
That's
downfall.
Your fucked up place at a fucked up time.
That was...
It all started with the Olympics in 1996. I knew it, dude. I knew it was bad. No, he goes over there and he does all this shit, and part of me is like, I don't want anything to happen to him.
Yeah.
I also don't want anything to happen to his children.
Of course.
But it's like, if something were to happen, I can't help but be like, what were you fucking thinking being over there? It's like, what are you doing?
It's being hopeful more than you're being
logical.
Safe. Yeah, logical. Yes. Yeah. Your hope. You're
weird how hope and faith negates logic.
You're telling me.
Weird how that happens. I don't know. But I do think it is like, it's kind of like a fuck around and find out type of thing. But it's also a very avoidable thing. Yeah. It's a very, like, if I went to Japan let's say I went to Japan and they were like, hey, here are our rules in Japan. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm going to be like? I'm an American. I'm not going to do
You're going to be not taking your shoes off anywhere.
Yeah, I'm not taking them off. And I'm also going to the shadow on the wall and making bunny ears behind it. I'm going to be like, see that old man? I'm going to be like doing this and be like, yeah.
Would you visit the suicide forest?
No.
Oh, yeah, neither would I.
No. You know why I wouldn't visit the suicide forest?
Why?
2 words. Suicide forest. You know what sucks? Suicide.
Yes.
You know what would suck even more? Suicide in a beautiful forest. You know what that's probably worse
When
than?
the trees are blossoming.
Yeah.
Spring.
It's probably worse than the new Snow White movie. This has been the End Podcast. Brian Shaner. I've been joined by the one and only Jake the Kurd Mattera. Make sure you call the hotline 833-443-5300. We'll address any comment, question, or concern you have, or where you can find possible pussy at metal shows. Jake, do you have anything to plug for these people?
Oh, man, just my mouth. You can follow me at Jake Mattera on Instagram, Twitter, and listen to Little Stinkers podcast, man. We have so much fun over there doing true crime, comedy stuff. It's a lot of fun. Yeah. What else should I say? I don't fucking know.
No, it's just the way you said it. It sounded like you had no idea what you're talking about.
I don't.
Like,
listen,
I'm on over there.
I'll be honest.
I'm crime and comedy.
Oh, listen, I've been huffing dryer fumes. There is no retention left in my brain.
Oh, come on.
But I'm there for it.
Well,
and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, check Jake out over there doing comedy stuff.
Doing comedy stuff.
And crime.
Skits, sketches. Yeah, I'm breaking in.
He's working it out.
A lot of crime.
He's doing a lot. Thank you. We're going to switch it over to the Patreon, and be sure to check us out over there. Later.